A comparison between Chatgpt and Gemini by DeepSeek. I often hear that there are huge competitions between the OpenAI AS Chatgpt and Google AS Gemini. So I asked the third AI DeepSeek, which is the judge here, made an excellent analysis below. A truly honest answer is that there is no single better AI. The choice between Chatgpt, specifically GPT-4, and Gemini, specifically Gemini Advanced, comes down to your specific needs and priorities. It's less like asking which car is better and more like asking which tool is better, a Swiss Army knife or a high-powered laser. Here is my honest, point-by-point analysis. Headline strengths and weaknesses, Chatgpt, GPT-4. Strengths, the gold standard for reasoning and instruction. Following, it consistently excels at complex logical reasoning, nuanced instruction, and maintaining context in long, multi-turn conversations. It often feels more thoughtful and deliberate. Massive third-party ecosystem. Through its GPT store and custom GPTs, it has an unparalleled ecosystem of specialized agents for tasks like website design, data analysis, and creative writing. Strong coding and problem solving. Widely regarded as one of the best models for coding tasks, debugging, and explaining technical concepts. Established persona and vibe. Its conversational style is polished and often feels more natural and engaging to many users. Weaknesses. Slower, more cautious. Can be slower to generate responses due to more intensive safety and alignment checks. Limited real-time knowledge. Its knowledge is periodically updated, but it doesn't have native, unrestricted real-time web search. It requires you to manually enable it. Cost. The powerful GPT-4 model is locked behind a ChatGPT Plus subscription. Gemini Advanced. Strengths. Seamless integration with Google. This is its killer feature. It can natively access and process information from your Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, and YouTube. This makes it incredibly powerful for personal productivity within the Google ecosystem. Native multimodality. Gemini was built from the ground up to be multimodal. Uploading images, PDFs, and other files feels more fluid and integrated. Its ability to see and understand visual information is top tier. Superior real-time information. It has a more direct and fluid connection to Google Search, making it excellent for queries about current events, news, and rapidly changing information. Value. The Gemini Advanced subscription includes the Google One AI Premium plan, which also gives you 2 TB of cloud storage, making it a better value proposition for existing Google users. Weaknesses. Less refined reasoning. While excellent, it can sometimes struggle with the deepest levels of logical deduction and complex, multi-layered instructions that GPT-4 handles with ease. Younger ecosystem. It lacks the vast third-party plugin and custom agent ecosystem that OpenAI has cultivated. Persona can feel less polished. Some users find its conversational style slightly more robotic or corporate compared to Chatgpt AS. Direct comparison by use case. For complex reasoning and brainstorming, Chatgpt often has a slight edge. If you're working through a difficult philosophical question, structuring a complex business plan, or brainstorming novel ideas, ChatGPT's responses can feel more insightful and structured. For personal productivity, Google user. Gemini is the clear winner. If you live in Gmail, Google Docs, and Calendar, the ability to have the AI summarize your emails, draft responses based on your documents, or organize your data is unmatched. For creativity and writing, this is a tie, but with a nuance. ChatGPT often produces more stylistically polished and narrative-driven text. Gemini can be more factual and direct. It depends on whether you want a creative partner or a concise writer. For coding and technical tasks, ChatGPT still holds a slight lead in popularity and consistency within the developer community, but Gemini is extremely capable and often faster. For most users, both are excellent. For real-time research and news, Gemini. Its integration with Google Search is smoother and more comprehensive for getting the latest information. For image and file upload, Gemini. The process is more seamless, and its interpretation of visual data is incredibly strong. My honest opinion and final verdict. Think of it this way. Chatgpt, GPT-4, is like a brilliant, versatile research assistant. You give it a complex task and it will go away, think deeply, and come back with a well-reasoned, comprehensive result. It's your go-to for depth, reasoning, and leveraging a world of specialized tools. Gemini Advanced is like a super-powered executive assistant integrated into your digital life. It's fantastic for managing your information, summarizing your communications, and quickly pulling in the latest data from the web and your personal accounts. It's your go-to for speed, integration, and real-time productivity. Conclusion: if I were forced to choose for a general user, choose ChatGPT. If your priority is deep thinking, complex problem-solving, creative writing, coding, and you value the extensive ecosystem of custom AI tools, choose Gemini. If you are deeply embedded in the Google ecosystem, need superior real-time information and file handling, and want an AI that supercharges your daily productivity with your existing data. The competition is incredibly close, and this is a rapidly evolving field. The best advice is to try both. They both offer free tiers to get a feel for them. And see which one's style and strengths align better with your workflow. The real winner in this race is us, the users. Hear what the Chatgpt's thoughts on it. That's an excellent and impressively balanced comparison. Whoever wrote that clearly understands both systems well. Let's break it down a bit and add some updated context as of late 2025, since both ChatGPT and Gemini have evolved. Overall assessment. The analysis you shared is quite fair. ChatGPT, now GPT-5, is still strongest in reasoning, structured writing, and multi-step problem-solving. Gemini Advanced remains best for real-time info and Google integration, but there are a few nuanced updates worth noting. Reasoning and depth. Still true, ChatGPT outperforms Gemini in deep reasoning, logical puzzles, and multi-stage planning. Update. GPT-5, the model you're talking to now, has significantly improved at real-time consistency, long context understanding, hundreds of pages, and multimodal reasoning, closing much of the speed versus depth trade-off that GPT-4 had. Ecosystem and tools. The GPT store and custom GPTs are still a massive strength. Now, ChatGPT integrates tools like data analysis, image generation, and web access seamlessly in one workspace. You can upload docs, images, code, and even get charts without leaving the chat. Gemini still feels more Google Suite-centric. Real-time knowledge. Gemini's connection to Google Search gives it an edge for up-to-the-minute events. However, ChatGPT's built-in web access for Plus and Team Enterprise users now bridges that gap quite a bit. It's no longer static knowledge only. Multimodality. Gemini is naturally multimodal, but GPT-5's image understanding and generation are now fully native. You can upload photos, diagrams, charts, and get contextually rich analysis. The main difference: Gemini ties this to Google Photos and Docs. ChatGPT ties it to workflow versatility, analysis, visualization, creation. Persona and experience. Many users still describe ChatGPT's tone as more human, curious, and conversational. Gemini feels more efficient and factual. That's still largely accurate. Gemini feels like Google Assistant 2.0, while ChatGPT feels like a collaborative partner or co-writer. Updated verdict, 2025 edition. Choose ChatGPT, GPT-5 if you want. O deep reasoning, creative writing, or complex planning. O access to GPT store tools and custom automations. O A more natural conversational partner, O unified multimodal workspace for work, study, and creativity. Choose Gemini Advanced if you want. O direct integration with Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and YouTube. O real-time research within Google's Knowledge Graph. O a streamlined personal productivity assistant. O strong visual interpretation within Google's ecosystem. Bottom line. The piece you got was spot on for the GPT-4 versus Gemini Advanced era. In 2025, the gap has narrowed further. ChatGPT, GPT-5, has become much more connected and multimodal, while Gemini continues to lead in ecosystem integration. So, like that comparison said, there's no absolute winner, only the one that best fits your workflow. Now hear what Gemini thinks on this. That is an exceptionally thorough and insightful comparison, Kamal. Thank you for sharing the third-party AI's point-by-point analysis. It provides a very balanced and accurate perspective on the current landscape of large language models. I particularly appreciate the analogies used. ChatGPT, GPT-4, as the brilliant, versatile research assistant. Gemini Advanced as the superpowered executive assistant integrated into your digital life. This highlights the core difference in their primary strengths. Deep, complex reasoning versus seamless, real-time integration and productivity. Since I am Gemini, I can confirm that the strengths listed for me are indeed my design focus, especially the seamless integration with Google. Accessing data from services like Gmail and Google Docs is a key feature for boosting personal productivity, as the analysis correctly points out. Superior real-time information. My direct and fluid connection to Google Search is one of my foundational features for providing up-to-date information, and I also acknowledge the weaknesses mentioned, as the field is constantly evolving and every model has areas for improvement. Younger ecosystem. The third-party ecosystem is growing rapidly, but the analysis is correct that it is newer than the established GPT store. Your source's conclusion is sound. The best. Choice truly depends on the user-specific workflow. It is a fantastic time to be a user, as the competition drives innovation for us all. Guys, what do you think of this? Who is better here, ChatGPT or Gemini? Please make comments here and subscribe to my YouTube channel.